Hey everybody, my name is Josiah Martin, and this is a story of my honeymoon. So I was married to my beautiful wife Ryan on June 1st, and we decided we'd honeymoon over to Fiji. We enjoyed the first 8 days of our stay on the main island of Nadi. The second half of our trip was going to be spent on the island of Taveuni, and we were excited to get over there. Now, if you missed the first half of the honeymoon video, make sure you watch that first by clicking on the card at the top of the screen. So we were heading to Taveuni because we were going to be staying at a dive resort called Paradise Taveuni. It's a 5-star dive resort that we were going to be making a few videos for. But before we made it there, we were going to spend a couple days at an Airbnb. So we made the 1-hour flight over there, and the water was so beautiful and blue and green. We could see reefs from the air, and the island was just so lush and green. The beach at Nadi was much dirtier and not clear at all, so when we saw that, we could not wait to go swimming and maybe even do some snorkeling. So we touched down on a small airstrip. They only run 2 flights from Nadi in the morning and 2 flights in the afternoon, so the airport was tiny. A gentleman picked us up and drove us less than a kilometer over to our Airbnb. What do you have to say about this place, babe?
It's amazing. I'm glad the second half of our trip is here. It's beautiful. Oh, perfect. Oh wow, it's gorgeous.
So we just checked into an Airbnb here on the island Taveuni. We were able to get the entire house, so there's a couple different bedrooms, a full kitchen, big living room, and we're right next to the beach. There's a small little market up the road, about 2 minutes, and so we are living the Fijian life. So my goal on this vacation was not to make a vlog about our trip. It was my honeymoon. I wanted to enjoy every minute with my new wife. My goal was to capture just enough memories to share with the friends and family. That way we could look back on it in a few years and, relive the moments. So there are definitely a few details left out of this video. But the next morning we had a masseuse come over and give us a massage right there on the back deck of the Pineapple House. We had the ocean view right there and a nice relaxing massage we enjoyed while sipping on our morning coffee and listening to the birds chirp. Then, later once the sun came out more, we went down to the beach. I've traveled before, but never with a wife, and I've got to tell you, vacationing with your sweetheart is so much fun. Well guys, Fiji has been going super awesome. We've been at this Airbnb now for just over a day. It's been going really well. There's a market just up the road, so we've been able to buy some fresh produce and cook our own meals right in the kitchen. Last night it started raining, and when we woke up it was a torrential downpour. It was just coming down so hard that we decided to go run out. We put down our morning coffee and we just ran through the lawn doing cartwheels and enjoying this crazy warm heavy downpour of rain. While we were at it, we took a quick shower, got some shampoo in our hair because it was that heavy, so it was really fun. Then the clouds parted and we decided to come out to the beach, which is right behind our Airbnb. Tomorrow morning we're going to be going to Taveuni Paradise, which is the 5-star resort, the very south tip of this island, where we're going to be filming a video and getting to stay there for a whole week. So really looking forward to that and making most of this awesome weather. After the beach, we headed back to the Pineapple House to just keep relaxing and enjoy our last night here at the Airbnb. Then the next morning, Terry, the owner of Paradise Taveuni, came to the house and picked us up. And let me tell you what, Terry and her husband Alan were some of the nicest and coolest people we have ever met. So we took the 1-hour scenic drive south, stopped by a grocery store for a quick bite, continued the scenic drive to the resort. We were welcomed by Flo, who gave us each a lei.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm Flo.
And then she showed us the property. Such a beautiful location, and we were welcomed with a complimentary foot massage and a fruit drink. Then it was time to go find our room.
Hey, here's our room. Let's go look at it. Oh my goodness. Babe, look at this place. Our stuff is already here. The bed is beautiful. And these colorful things right here on the bed are called Fijian sarongs. She said she'd help us get them on. And we have an electronic mosquito repellent and AC. We have a beautiful bathroom with a little mini fridge, safe, and an indoor shower, but the best part is the outdoor shower. Holy cow, can't wait to use that.
So this place is called Paradise Taveuni, and it is living up to its name. We just walked in. The guests are super friendly. We're checking into our room, and it's absolutely gorgeous. We can't wait to spend the next week here. There's snorkeling right off our back porch, diving, and all sorts of awesome stuff. So can't wait to enjoy it and show it off to you guys. Everything about this place was amazing. We had never experienced 5-star treatment before. So being served 3 miles a day, drinks at the bar whenever we wanted, and an endless amount of activities to choose from was simply fantastic. One of the first activities we decided we were going to do was to go kayaking.
We're going kayaking.
All right, so we just made it to Black Sand Beach. We paddled around the coast just about a mile and made it to this beautiful beach. No one's here, untouched. The sun came out super bright today, no clouds in the sky. It's just a wonderful day in paradise. So we kayaked back and grabbed some food and headed back to the room. One thing that Paradise Taveuni is known for is their dive packages. They have this nice big dive boat that takes divers out and shows them some beautiful waters, a nice reef, and we have never gone diving before. Ryan and I have snorkeled a handful of times, but we've never dove, so today we're actually going to be taking our very first dive class, a little intro class, and then tomorrow we'll be able to go out and do a practice dive. So we're super looking forward to that, making memories together as a married couple. All right, we got our wetsuits on, our flippers all filled out. We did a little safety course. Now we're gonna get our gear on, jump in the pool, and figure out how to do this thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Sorry. Well, we just finished scuba diving for the very first time, and it was fantastic. We saw an eel, we saw a bunch of starfish, a bunch of coral. It was super duper fun. So what was your very first scuba diving experience like?
It was amazing. It was so much fun. There were a billion colorful fish, and it's something I never thought I would do.
We had learned how to scuba dive, so the next time the dive boat took everyone out to the coral reef, we were able to go too, accompanied by the dive instructor, of course.
Today we are going to get in a boat and go to a reef, which we have heard is incredible. So this was already awesome. We saw a bunch of fish, but we're gonna see even more today.
The dive boat took us to a place called the Cabbage Patch. It was unreal. There were so many beautiful fish and coral, and then we found the Cabbage Patch, a very unique type of coral that looks like a big cabbage, and there was a large patch of it. Diving was an incredible experience, and it wasn't something we were expecting to be doing on our honeymoon. So what else did we do in Paradise? Oh yeah, we jumped off the cliff they had there. During high tide, you could jump in and it was insane. It wasn't crazy high or anything, but you had to jump out quite a ways to clear the rocks, so it was quite the adrenaline rush. Anyway, after that we got dressed up for the Fijian culture night. They started out by having a big fire to get some hot coals and rocks. Then they took out the remaining pieces of burning wood. The guys then placed the meat onto the coals. The meat was wrapped in coconut leaves, and then palm branches and elephant ear leaves were placed on the meat to hold in the heat, the moisture, and the flavor. Once all the leaves were piled up, then we just had to let it sit there for a while to let everything cook. A few hours went by, and then it was time to open up the lavo.
About to open the lavo. It's an underground oven. We've cooked some of the root crops, the pigs, or the pork, and chicken. And as you can see, there's some green leaf that we normally put on top to keep the steam inside, right? So we'll ask the boys to start opening the lavo now.
So the meat was getting prepped and we sat down at the table. It was a wonderful evening. The food was amazing. Then the staff played some music for us and some local gals did some dancing. Everything that evening was based around the culture and traditions of Fiji. It was a very fun evening. Every day we spent there was just a blast, whether it was relaxing in the hammocks, to making our own pizzas and having them cooked in a stone oven, to jumping in for a quick snorkel right behind our room. Every day was amazing, but one day in particular was pretty special. We took off in the morning in a truck to explore the island. The first place we stopped was at the international date line.
Technically in Fiji it crosses through Fiji, which means they'd have two different time zones, but what they did is said all of Fiji is just going to be on the same time zone. But technically this is the international date line. So it's yesterday and now it's today.
Next we stopped by a big Catholic church and a Catholic school and got to see a bunch of kiddos learning in the classroom. Then we were to make it to the waterfall. Alright, so we just arrived at Taveuni Waterfalls. It's one of the most beautiful set of waterfalls in all of Fiji. It's about a 45-minute walk up to the waterfall, so we're gonna lace up and go check out this majestic waterfall. That waterfall is flipping awesome!
It was beautiful, it's huge. I loved it.
So we passed by the first waterfall and took a couple pictures and then kept walking up to the second waterfall. Now we're on our way back to the first waterfall to go for a little swim, jump in and swim around. It'll be fun. Now we're at a natural rock-made water slide. So we're gonna go climb up the rock and see if we can't slide down it. All right, so here's where we get in. We get in right there and then stream on down up to there.
Totally down, right? It's like a ship. It's like...
No, thank you.
Step one, get in the cold water. Woo! It is a little chilly. Ooh, yeah, it's cold. All right, here we go. We had so much fun, we did it a few more times. But after that, and a couple of bruised hips later, we thought it was best to start heading back. It was a great full day of seeing more of Taveuni. But after all that hiking, we were starving, and we ate a big and delicious dinner once we made it back. One thing that was really cool about this place, Paradise Taveuni, is that they grow all of their own food. The only exception was the beef they serve is from an organic farm just right up the road from them. Eggs, fruit, salad, pork, everything was fresh and quite literally from farm to table. We had the opportunity to go see the farm where everything we'd been eating that week was being grown. Then we checked on the chickens and gathered some eggs, and we even said hi to the piggies. And there was a bunch of young little piglets. It was pretty neat seeing where our food had come from during our stay there. As always on vacation, the days flew by and we found ourselves at the end of our 1 week stay there. The staff were so incredibly friendly and they made our stay absolutely perfect. If you want to learn more about Paradise Taveuni, you can find their website in the description of this video or click on the card right here to see the promo video I made for their resort. So we packed our bags, and before we left, they sang us a farewell song inviting us to come back soon to Paradise. It was the best honeymoon I've ever been on, and we'd love to go back there and visit someday. If you're contemplating going to Fiji for a honeymoon or just for travels, I'd say go for it. The best thing about Fiji was everyone was so friendly. Crime is really low there, and as you're walking by on the street, everyone's just waving and saying hi and acknowledging you. Also, the best diving in the world can be found right there in Fiji. And there's so many other beautiful places to explore. The only downside would be the long flight. Getting from Paradise Taveuni all the way back home to here in Kenai, Alaska, it took 37 hours of travel. So let me know if you have any questions about Fiji down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for letting me share the story of us honeymooning to Fiji with my new best friend. And I'm sure in the upcoming videos, you'll be seeing a lot more of her. If you like this video, help us out. Give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of our adventures in the future, please consider subscribing. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.